We are back with one of the biggest Hollywood producers, Mr. Will Packer. He's behind a lot of the films we all love, like Ride Along, starring Kevin Hart and Ice Cube.
And Girls Trip, of course, starring Queen Latifah, Tiffany Haddish, Regina Hall, and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Well, now he is back with a new star-studded series on Peacock. It's called Fight Night, the Million Dollar Heist.
So Kevin Hart plays a hustler who hosts an after-party to celebrate Muhammad Ali's historic 1970 heavyweight comeback fight, ending with one of the biggest heists in Atlanta history.
Now, who's going to be footing the bill? Because it ain't going to be Frank.
Okay, slow down now. You're going way too fast. Look, I done told you I'm a professional. I got the bread. The bread ain't never been the problem. All I need is my investment back in another, what? 5%. Another 5%, yeah.
You on. But you this up, and I can't protect you.
Who's not watching?
Oh, it's gonna be
it's gonna be.
It is so much fun.
So
Did you see that perm? You know how hard it was to get that perm right on him and Kevin Hart's afro?
I mean,
It's a lot of work.
a lot of folks may not know this is based on a podcast, but also based on this is a real story.
True story.
True story.
I mean, Muhammad Ali, we think of him as this incredible, iconic figure, which he is. He was a polarizing figure in the early 70s, right? He refused to go to Vietnam. He felt like that was against his morals. People called him a draft dodger. They said, you don't like your country. He was blackballed. He couldn't get a fight, so he fought an unsanctioned fight in Atlanta, Georgia.
I had no idea.
It attracted athletes, entertainers, and gangsters from all over the country. They all went to this underground casino night and all get robbed. And that's just where the story begins.
You know,
that's
it's
the entry point.
Because there's this all-star cast. I mean, we just mentioned Don Cheadle, Kevin Hart, Taraji P. Henson, Samuel L. Jackson. How does that work? Is it just you call and you're like, hey, I need you to do this, and then it just everybody's like, oh, Kevin's doing it, I'm in. Like, how does that? Do you know what I mean?
It's funny because people ask me all the time, what does a producer do?
Yeah,
okay?
how do you do that?
This is what a producer does. You see this cast? This is it. The first call I made was to my frequent collaborator and producing partner on this one, Kevin Hart.
Kevin, yeah.
Here's the thing about Kevin. He's not only a short man, he has a short attention span. So I called him and I said, listen, I got this podcast. I know you're not going to listen to all the episodes. Just listen to the first 20 minutes, Kevin, okay? Just listen. He calls me back. He said, I listened to the whole thing. It's incredible. I'm in. We agreed to partner up to produce it. And then we had to call everybody. We called Taraji. We called Don Cheadle. We got in Terrence. We called Sam Jackson, which was funny because Kevin, Sam, and I had been talking about working together, but it hadn't really come together quite yet. And he always would see us out. And you know, Sam has never met an F-bomb that he didn't love, right? That's how you know you're good with Sam, is if he curses you out. So he would say, hey, MFers, right? He would say, y'all haven't worked with me. You work with everybody else, but not me. We haven't worked together. Hilarious. So then when we finally had this, we called him. We dropped our own F-bomb. We said, hey, we got something for you.
And
Sam
by the way,
said,
that's not a bad Sam Jackson.
I mean, I know, it's pretty good, pretty good.
What I love about this, too, is that it's set in the 70s. This is kind of a period piece. And for a guy who was born in the 70s, what was this like, creating this era all over again, which was, really an interesting period of time?
Al, it was hard. I'm not going to lie to you. This is actually my second limited series. I did a remake of Roots before, which was tough. This was tough in a different way because you have to be so authentic, right? Yes. Audiences today are so discerning. They will literally watch a show like this and go, that is not what the coffee cups look like in 1970.
That's not the right
right? Absolutely. Yeah. And so we had to be so specific. So we put together an amazing team to literally transport people back to a really, really fun time. So you see the afros, the bell bombs, the clothes, but also everything, every last little detail with every location that we shot was authentic. We had to make sure that we immersed you into a time period that was 50 years ago, but we wanted you to really get invested in this story. It's a fun story, man. It gets a little crazy, too.
Yeah. Before we run out of time, I want to talk about this new book you have coming out.
Yeah.
It's called Who Better Than You? The Art of Healthy Arrogance and Dreaming Big.
Yes.
What is healthy arrogance?
Yeah, you know what? So I wrote a book, and the book dares you to think not you could be successful and what if you're successful, but that you are going to be successful, that you are predestined for success. And I've gotten that working in Hollywood. You got to have a little healthy arrogance. That is that confidence. Not arrogance just to be arrogant, but you got to have that that confidence. So I tell stories of having to deal with all these big personalities and egos and how you figure out how to navigate that and how you can translate that to any industry.
Sure.
And having that healthy arrogance and that confidence, it starts right here. Yeah.
Well, have to be
Great
able to back
idea.
it up.
Will Packer,
Yeah, exactly.
a
So
force.
good.
By the way,
You are a
also
force.
the newest minority owner of the Atlanta Falcons. So hopefully you pick up some fans.
Go
there.
Falcons.
Listen.
Yes. And by the way, my favorite girl, I got to say this.
Yes.
Heather Packer, it is our anniversary, our 9-year anniversary today.
yay.
My love. Happy anniversary, baby.
anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Will
Happy
Packer,
anniversary.
it's called Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. Best part, premieres on Peacock.
Right here.
September 5th. Thank you, Will. Come back.
good
again.
stuff.
Congrats.
Come back anytime.
Yes.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.